joined by Coppin State Athletic Director Derek Carter here courtside at the PEC at Coppin State University on Senior Day for men's basketball between Coppin and Howard. DC, I'm glad you're with us, and I got to tell you, we're in good hands literally with the lead official tonight because he just shook my hand. I'm lucky to get it back. Vice grips for hands.
This is one of the better officials in the MEAC. Alvin Cox has been doing this for quite a while, so I'm glad to see him and his crew here. They're experienced, and hopefully we'll have a great officiated game this evening.
It's a 5-way tie for first between North Carolina A&T, Bethune-Cookman, Hampton, Savannah State, and Norfolk State. We'll find out tonight what this bracket's going to look like. And then there happens to be a log jam in the middle between North Carolina Central, Morgan State, Florida A&M, South Carolina State, Howard, and Coppin's in the mix at 5 and 10 as well. What we do know, Maryland Eastern Shore is a 12, Del State is a 13, if you will.
And everything else is murky, isn't it?
Everything else is murky.
Yeah. You know, it's to see that type of log jam on the top is unheard of. Now, if I'm not mistaken, only 2 of the teams at the top play each other. So it could end up being still a 4-way, at least a 4-way tie. So it'll be interesting. A lot is on the line for a lot of teams this evening. And that's what it should be. The final game for everyone in the conference. You play your final game, then we'll see where we are in terms of the seeding.
Where we are is getting set for the national anthem, starting lineups, opening tip, and senior recognition for Coppin State. We'll do all of that on the other side of a timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. That court's out at the PEC. Senior recognition has begun, and the first of the seniors to be recognized tonight for Coppin State is a graduate transfer. Karan Davis hails from Philly, transferred from Niagara here in Juan Dixon's first year at the helm at Coppin State, and he's been a key piece to this offense as that lead guard.
He really has. It's nice to have such a veteran taking over the point guard responsibilities. Coach Dixon's offense is new for everyone, so at least he had the experience of playing a ton of games in his career, and I believe it really helped throughout the course of the year with everyone else gaining an understanding of some of the things Coach Dixon wanted to implement.
Next senior to be recognized is Trey Thomas, 6'3 senior out of Largo, Maryland. And DC, Trey's career here is very unique because he endured a coaching change and has adapted to a different role on this team because he went from being a starter last year to kind of being a role player this year in Coach Dixon's system.
He did. He did. Trey Thomas has had somewhat of an up and down year. He came to Coppin from Baltimore City Community College, so he has spent his entire college career in Baltimore, 2 years over there and then 2 years with us. But like you said, was recruited by the previous coaching staff. Coach Dixon inherited Trey, and he's been an offensive performer for us and done a great job on the offensive end and scoring buckets.
Now, having been born in the state of Ohio, I'm a little partial to the next young man at 6'7", 230, and that's Blake Simpson out of Cincinnati LaSalle High School. And again, another roller coaster situation for Blake. Came in and has kind of had to adjust to the new role.
Probably of all the players who have returned from the previous staff, Blake has had the biggest adjustment. Again, entirely different system probably not fitted for his style of play, so he's had to deal with the challenges of an up and down senior year. It's good to see him here, his family's here with him, able to be recognized as a senior. I like the gift that they're receiving with the basketball. They'll cherish that for the rest of his life. Blake has had a good career at Coppin State, and it's nice to be recognized on senior day.
That's a class move by Blake, bringing in Lucien Brownlee. Obviously, dear friends on this team, and to have him in that family photo on senior day, you mentioned the memories to cherish. That's going to be a great one. Oh,
no doubt. I mean, again, the experiences you have as a collegiate student athlete, in this case basketball player, you remember these things for your stories for life. You see, our assistant coaches are all former basketball players, and everybody's story gets a little more, let's say the interpretation can be argued over time. So, you know, these guys 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they would have averaged a double-double and dunked on everyone in the world. So that's how it goes.
When we get to the point of Lamar Morgan's senior day, how deep will the shots actually have? I mean, he's got to be within the confines of the court for it to count.
Right.
But the depth of the shot, my goodness.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about Lamar Morgan is think about his stories. He will tell people that he has pulled up beyond half court 20 years from now.
Without question. That's going to do it for the countdown and tip-off. When we come back, starting lineups opening tip between Coppin State and Howard on the Coppin State Sports Network. First things first, a clarification from earlier in the women's game. It was actually Dell State upsetting Morgan State in women's basketball. So clarification there as we await the final seeds in the women's tournament. It appears at the moment, DC, Coppin will be the 11 seed in women's basketball and taking on either Howard or Morgan, depending on how that 5 and 6 seed ends up happening. And that 6-11 game is slated for Monday at 4 o'clock at the Scope in Norfolk.
Exactly. And that's what I've been told, is that it's going to be Coppin State and Morgan State. That's the speculation of our sports information director. That's what he's thinking. That time is when? It's Monday?
4 o'clock on Monday.
Okay.
Now for the men's bracket, I believe Dell State's already locked up the 13. UMES would be the 12, and those are the 2 Monday games. So that means Coppin would play one of 3 games on Tuesday, either the 8-9 game, 6-11, or 7-10 game, depending on the outcome of this contest.
Correct. All speculation is that Coppin will either be seeded 9, 10, or 11. And those are all Tuesday games.
So for Howard, they come in 9-22 on the year, 6-9 in the MEAC. Coming off a 5-point loss at Norfolk State, 79-74, under the direction of Kevin Nickelberry. Dalik Mingo, 6'2 senior out of Long Island, New York, is the guard. He's flanked by arguably the newcomer of the year in the MEAC, and R.J. Cole, 6'1 freshman from Union, New Jersey. Charles Williams, a 6'6 sophomore out of Richmond, is the 3. Jalen Jones, a 6'5 redshirt junior. His hometown is Kinston. However, the high school they listed for him is North Raleigh Christian. And then the 5 is Cameron Lewis, 6'8 junior out of Buffalo, New York. Kinston, of course, my adoptive hometown. That's a long story for a whole other day.
I've been there.
Great basketball lineage in that town.
Sure is.
A lot of banners hanging in that gym, too. Coppin State, 5-25 on the year, 5-10 in the MEAC under Juan Dixon, coming off the loss across town at Morgan State. It's Karan Davis, 6'2 graduate transfer at the lead guard. He's flanked by Lamar Morgan, 6'6 junior out of Willingboro, New Jersey. Trey Thomas, 6'3 senior out of Largo, Maryland, is another guard. Taquan Drummond, the freshman, 6'4 out of Newport News, Virginia. He'll be going home in the MEAC tournament, playing in the backyard in Norfolk. And then Blake Simpson, 6'7 senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, is the 5. He's in the jump circle to go.
Nice to see the seniors starting today.
Tip controlled by Simpson. However, Howard's going to bring it right to left on that loose ball. Cole's got the handle, top side right. Back between the rings now to Jones. Top side left. Hands it off to his left now to Cole. Cole on the bounce, 12 to shoot, right in front of us. Swings it left corner. Jones thought about penetration, picks up the bounce, ball screen hand up to Cole. Wants a 3, it's on the way, and good. Off 1 foot. Howard leads 3-0. Not quite Lamar Morgan territory from the depth, but he'll take the 3 nonetheless.
Yeah, no, the scouting report on Cole is he is a big-time player as a freshman in the conference.
Karan Davis pulls up just inside the arc on the left wing. Give him a 2-point field goal, making a 3-2 Howard lead. Cole swings it left side to Jones, looking down the block. Post entry feed with a turnaround. It's Lewis, and it comes rimming off. Karan Davis coming left to right. Head of the key. Kicks it out right corner. Now to Davis. Around the left side to Morgan. Back to Davis. 15 to shoot. Karan goes right to the lane. Got cut off. Hands it off to Simpson. Simpson going baseline right. Backs into a double team. Tried to fight it up. It was blocked. And then the dual possession will keep it with Coppin with 10 to shoot. One correction. Zion Cousins, the 6'7 player for Howard, is in the Howard starting lineup. He's on the near block closest to us. Coming right to left. Drummond kicked it out right corner now to Davis. Davis going baseline right. Skip past far side left corner. Drummond wanted a 3, rimming off the horn. Williams on the run out, deflected away from Jones by Drummond. It's out of bounds.
Everyone's saying Williams and R.J. Cole, these 2 young men, are worth the price of admission for Howard.
Top side right, Cole's got the handle. Lob it back between the rings to Lewis. Lewis headed the key, gives it up near side left. Williams faces, fires, and drained it. 5-2 Howard. 2 minutes in. Thomas on the bounce, top side left. Swings it off to Morgan, head of the key. Right side Davis coming to his left. Davis going right of the lane. Pulls back, rimming off. And the rebound comes down to Cousins. Gives it up to Cole. Cole going right. Ball screen handoff now for Williams. Curls left to the head of the key. And I believe he traveled. And our senior most official knows exactly what the traveling call looks like. Thomas on the inbound now for Karan Davis. He'll bring it across the time stripe into the forward court. 5-2 Howard. Leading Coppin State. Top side left, a deep three on the way, and good. Lamar Morgan from distance ties the game at 5.
Did you say from distance? That's so accurate. We've seen all year the range that young man has.
Cole thinking he's Lamar Morgan, tried to answer from just inside the logo and comes rimming off. Thomas runs it the other way, nearly lost the handle. Poked away by Cole. Thomas gets it back through the time stripe. Now to Simpson, top side right. Hands it off on a ball screen now to Davis. Far side left. Morgan thought about a three again. Runs it left to the lane. Dumped it off to Simpson. And a blocking foul, I believe, on Cameron Lewis.
Lamar Morgan benefited from that long three that he shot. You know the scouting report, everyone's rushing to close out on Morgan. The guy closes out on him. He goes around him, is able to draw the foul.
Baseline inbound from Davis. Kick it out left corner to Drummond. Gave it back left side to Davis. Left of the lane pull-up is good. Karan Davis. Give him 4. And DC Coppin has their first lead at 7-5.
Karan Davis is fortunate. Many guys don't have the opportunity to have 2 senior nights. But he was recognized senior night at Niagara, and now this is his second senior night.
Cole put it behind his back, nearly lost the handle. 10 to shoot. Lob to the doorstep. Jones on the catch. Power bounce. Shovels it right of the lane and turned over. Drummond on the run back. Left of the lane. Got poked away from behind by Cole. That's his first. The freshman out of Union, New Jersey, disagrees. Looking forward to getting back to Tidewater and the region Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting time. Again, you know, we're going in to Coppin on the men's side. We'll go in 9, 10, or 11 seed, and anything can happen.
Off the inbound, Davis looking on the catch. Thomas head of the key. Thomas on the bounce, goes right to left, right of the lane, floats it up, rim and off. What a rebound by Cousins, crashing to the window. Top side right, Williams the handle. Now to Cole, top side left. Baseline penetration for Jones, dumped it off inside, glass and good. Cameron Lewis. Game is knotted up at 7. 15:45 to go, first half. Davis top side left. Approaching head of the key. Picked up the bounce. Swings it left corner now to Thomas. Hands it off. Another deep three. Lamar Morgan buries his second triple of the night. 10-7. Coppin back on top.
When he's on, he's on.
Lob intended for Lewis. He wasn't ready for it. Kicks it out right corner. Williams wants an answer triple and buries a long 2. Keep it at 10-9, Coppin lead. Nearly 5 minutes in.
Look at the attention that Lamar Morgan is getting is what freed up Drummond for that easy jump shot at the elbow.
Make it 12-9, Coppin State. And a timeout taken by Howard brings us to the under 16 media timeout. 14:59 to go in the first half. It's now Coppin State 12, Howard 9 on the Coppin State Sports Network. Back to the PEC here at Coppin State University. Todd Bartley, along with the Coppin State Athletic Director Derek Carter. Broadcast partners all basically halfway through the season, most of the conference slate, if not all. And we'll be bringing you the men's game together on Tuesday, more than likely. I'll be solo on the women's game on Monday. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we'll see. Look at my contract and see.
The assist ratio in this game. 3 assists on 5 made field goals for Coppin. 3 of 4 for Howard. So now Cole's got the handle, top side left. Skip pass far side of the right. Williams has it. Reverse it off. Just inside the free throw line on the catch. It's Cousins. Kicked it back out right side. Williams, 15-footer. Rim it off. Rebound came down for a power bounce. Glass and good for Cousins. Making a 12-11 Coppin lead as Coppin out of that timeout checked in Chad Andrews-Fulton and said,
Coach Dixon's a little frustrated over that possession because defensively he got what he wanted out. He kept the ball on this side of the floor. He wanted to do that, but they didn't get the rebound.
Davis a kick out, a long 3 out of the corner. Daquan Drummond now with 5 in this opening half makes it a 15-11 Coppin State lead. And DC, Drummond's offense is critical to this team's success, present and future. Rimming off on the running left-hander for Williams. Rebound to Jones, blocked on the way up by Sed. Loose ball picked up far side right by Cousins. It is last touch by Coppin, out of bounds with 13 to shoot.
And to talk about what you just said about Drummond, we have to keep in mind that Drummond's been injured for a lot. You know, he's on the floor, then he's hurt, so he's really getting his legs back under him as we go into tournament play.
Keep in mind, Coppin has played much of the year without DeJuan Clayton, a preseason All-MEAC selection. He'll be back next year after the redshirt season. Drummond wants another 3 out of that corner. Rimming off, no, but he got shoved to the floor. He'll have 3 free throws coming.
That's what happens when you make your threes. People pay attention to what you're doing, and now, unfortunately, Howard's guy fouled the three-pointer.
Well, Bindu has checked in for Howard. He picks up the foul. 3rd on Howard as a team. I can't tell you how many fouls Coppin has. I don't want to ruin it. More than 6.5 minutes into the first half. It's a good thing. Drummond knocks it down, give him 6, make it a 16-11 Coppin State lead.
You know, the strategy of on senior night, you start your seniors. Really, it helps in terms of the foul situation.
17-11 Coppin after 2 of the first 3 have been made by Drummond. Changes now. Foster is in, rejoined by Cameron Lewis for Howard. 3rd free throw came back iron no for Drummond. So keep it a 17-11 Coppin State lead, 13:20 to go first half. Cole around a moving Lewis screen, pulled up the free throw line, rim good, and a foul. R.J. Cole now with 5. The foul is on Drummond. That's his first. You said something about price of admission to watch this kid? That and 1 was special.
It was. You can just see the little things that he's doing. And he's a lefty. Lefty, you know, you mentioned DeJuan Clayton earlier. And did I hear you're a lefty as well?
In my right mind, every day, all day, and twice on Sunday.
But, you know, lefty, they present a problem for you. And this guy, Cole, his game reminds me a little bit of some of the things that DeJuan Clayton does for Coppin State. We're looking forward to having him next year. There will be a great battle between these two. Both will be sophomores next year.
And, DC, you mentioned that left-hand dribble. Players are so used to going the opposite way as Andrews-Fulton catches head of the key. Hands it off to Drummond, 10 to shoot. Coming right at the screen, right down the lane, fights it up, blocked away by Cousins. Howard wants to run. Cole on the catch, top side left, comes to a screeching halt. Fires it off to the far side to Williams. Long 3, back iron, no. Cousins the rebound, checked it. Counsel the rebound, knocked it free. Cousins in the mix again. Here comes Davis head of the key. Caron faces up from 3, rimming off. Rebound to Cousins. Another quick outlet. Here comes Cole right to left from our vantage point. It's opposite on TV on CoppinStateSports.com. Cole wants a 3, make it a long 2. It's good. Front foot was on the line. Coppin in front by 1 at 17-16. Nearly 8 minutes in. Caron Davis top side left. Now to Morgan. Gave it up to Drummond, head of the key. Drummond on the bounce. Give it back to Andrews Fulton. Turns right of the lane. Trying to crossover dribble. Had to pick it up with 8 to shoot. Knocked free. He can dribble again. Andrews Fulton on the bounce going left. Fights it up left of the rim. No, but a whistle and an offensive foul on Chad Andrews Fulton. That's his first. It brings us to the under 12 media timeout with 11:48 to go first half. Coppin leads Howard 17-16 on the Coppin State Sports Network. Back courtside of the PEC, Todd Bartley alongside the Coppin State Athletic Director Derek Carter. Rebounding margin to Howard, 9-5. The difference right now is Zion Cousins with 5 boards. He's matched Coppin as a team.
Yeah, certainly we want to close that gap in terms of the rebounding with Andrews Fulton and Mr. Council in the game. Hopefully that gap will close now because they did not start the game. They are 2 of our better rebounders.
Kent Oslander and Lucian Brownlee have checked in for Coppin State. Topside left, Cole to handle. Trying to get around Oslander, uses the Lewis screen to do that. Kicked it out right side to Foster. His 3 comes rimming off. Jones a rebound, hands it back to Cole. Cole wants a fadeaway 3 on the way. Good again. R.J. Cole now with 11. Howard sleds back in front at 19-17.
Mr. Cole is a problem.
Did we mention he's a freshman, everybody? Council Jr. with the rock, topside left. Hands it back now to Drummond, going left. The elbow jumper's on the way, rimming off. Rebound to Cole. Zips it up the right side, now to Jalen Jones. Reverse it back to Cole. Cole back to the right side, now to Williams. Back down to Cole, head of the key. Put it behind his back. Defended by Oslander. Step back 3 on the way. Rim halfway down and out. He is not afraid to pull it up and fire it at any point. Brownlee, head of the key.
He has a little James Harden in him.
Brownlee top side right. Went for Oslander in the corner, and Kent had already cut to the baseline. It goes out of bounds. Right idea, just late.
Yeah. Miscommunication.
Keep it 19-17 Howard, 10:25 to go first half. Lewis sets that screen again for Cole. Lob it off to Jones, near side left corner. Foster wants a 3. Wide right, it's an air ball. Yanked down by Lewis. Back to Cole for 3, back iron no. Tipped free by Andrews Fulton. Pitched back ahead to Cole. Dumps it near side left. Resetting it is Foster. Far side of the right, we got penetration off the right of the lane by Williams, and we're going the other way. It's either a moving screen or an offensive foul. Yeah. Indeed, Williams is first. Richmond, Virginia product.
You know, as a freshman last year, the first half, he had Williams had over 25 points on us on the first half. And you thought he was a good freshman last year, but this young man, Cole, this is a whole different story.
Brownlee, top side right, Andrews Fulton. 9:45 to go first half. Hands it back to Brownlee. Thought about a 3, draws a double team, hands it off to Chad. He just destroyed Jalen Jones.
That was an easy opportunity just to pull up for the 5-footer.
That brings Jordan Hardwick to the table to get Chad Andrews Fulton. That comes at 9:41 to go. here in the opening half. Inbounder is Foster. Gets it in now for Dalik Mingo, who has checked in for the first time. Kicks it out right corner. Now for Foster. Gave it up to Williams. Curls right of the lane. Kicks it back out right side. Now for Foster, head of the key. Foster on the return feed. Fires up a three, and we got a reach-in foul, I believe, on Council, knocking Jones to the floor. That's Sed's first. So off the inbound, it's going to be Lewis on the catch in the backcourt. Now gives it up to Mingo, head of the key. Far side right. Hands it off to Lewis. Lewis to the far block. Turning right is Williams. A fadeaway is on the way and good. Williams now with 6. 21-17. Howard by 4.
I wanted to see Coppin take advantage of the time period that Cole is sitting out. And as we see, he's already back at the scorer's table. So he only had a little breather.
Drummond wanted a 3. It comes rimming off. Howard quickly to the forecourt. Foster hands it back to Mingo. Mingo hands it off to a trailing Lewis. Hooks it up. Glass no good. Jones the rebound. Kicked it out to Foster. Curls right in the lane. Swings it right side down to Lewis. Lewis steps in right of the lane. Swings it near side left. Foster on a tough catch. Fires up a 3. Rimming off, but we got a whistle and contact on the doorstep. It's on Hardwick. That's his first. DC since Coppin led 17-11. Howard's ripped off 10 straight.
They ripped off 10 straight, and I would love to see the rebound margin during this 10-point run they have, because they're shooting long threes, and there's some long rebounds that are just not coming our way.
Cole out of the double team in the corner. Bounce it off to his right. Gave it up to Cousins. He also checked back in with Cole. Far side right now to Foster. Left of the jump circle now to Mingo. 15 to shoot. Mingo on the bounce, head of the key. Kicks it out right side. Foster got cut off by Karan Davis. Swings it head of the key with 7 to shoot. Gave it back left side to Cole for 3 on the way. Good again. Cole now with 14. 24-17. Howard on a 13-0 run. Davis stops at the free throw line. Kicks it out right corner. Oslander for 3. Rimming off. Tapped in the air by Cole. He'll track it down, and it's last touch out of bounds by Coppin State. That brings us to the under 8 media timeout at 7:44 to go first half. It's now Howard 24, Coppin 17. Back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. That court's out at the PEC. Todd Bartley alongside Coppin State Athletic Director Derek Carter. 7:44 to go opening half. Howard has opened up a 24-17 lead on Coppin State after Coppin led 17-11. It's been all Howard, 13 straight.
It has been all Howard. Howard has done a great job of executing their offense, and when they're missing these long jump shots that they're shooting, they're getting the long rebounds. So at some point, Coppin State is going to have to block out, and not only block out, but get after the ball and show a little more hustle on these, as they say, these 50-50 balls.
That rebound margin you asked me about, 9-1 Howard in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Cole with it top side left. Draws the double team. Turns left. Used his offhand to shove Council away and then draws contact. How about that? Council with his second. That was sneaky in the lane.
It was very sneaky, and you kind of want to just tip your hat to them because, you know, those good offensive players, they'll do those types of things.
Cole floats one up, left of the lane, too strong.
And all he was trying to do was draw the foul on that play.
Brownlee now for Davis. Davis approaches head of the key. Cole shows him the back of his jersey playing defense. Davis coming right, pick and roll to Council on the far block, bouncing off to Davis head of the key. Karan pulls up left elbow, it's on the way good, Karan Davis. Give him 6, end the run at 13-0, now make it a 13-2 run, and it's a 5-point Howard lead at 24-19. Cole high right, hands it off to Cousins. Cousins to the back door, finds a cutter in Williams. Back head of the key. Cousins wants a 15-foot step in, rim and off, tapped in the air. Davis comes away with it.
Those are the type of rebounds that I'm speaking of, that Coppin State has to get those balls.
Karan left of the lane, lost the handle. It's last touch by Howard out of bounds, and Karan wanted a foul there so badly. Drummond will replace Cedric Council Jr. Howard's going to bring back Cam Lewis to replace Jalen Jones. Far side left 3, rimming off for Hardwick. On the doorstep, a block, and Coppin's coming the other way. Davis in the lane, scoop and score with the right hand. Karan's got 8.5 and make it a 24-21 Howard lead.
The block by Harden started that entire break, and really like to see him show his length.
Missed jumper there by Howard. Davis at long outlet. Oslander runs in a lane. Glass good and a foul. Makes it 24-23 with a free throw coming.
Nice, strong play by Oslander going to the hole with some authority.
Fouls on Lewis. It's his second. 5th on Howard as a team. Howard's about to make wholesale changes in their lineup. Oslander completes a 3-point play. DC, we're all knotted up at 24 as Coppin is ripped off 7 straight.
That was a nice streak to close the gap. You said Howard was making wholesale changes. I guarantee you one player they're not going to take out of the game.
Cole, far side of the right. Feeds it off to Garvey. And running right of the lane, we have a whistle and contact coming.
Call that on Drummond. No, that's on Karan Davis.
His first. Coppin went from 0 to 7 fouls in 5 minutes. Free throws on the way, and it's good. Line left. Out of the hand, Charles Williams. Give him 7, make it a 25-24 Howard lead. Second attempt with 5:23 to go in the half. Good. 26-24. Williams now with 8. Howard by 2. Karan on the bounce coming left to right. Head of the key now. Hardwick wants a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Nobody home for the rebound. Williams with it now to Cole. Cole head of the key. Tried to come left to the Cousins screen. It didn't work. Cousins on the catch out of the key. Right side Williams. He wants a 3. Good. Williams with 11. Here comes Howard. A little 5-0 run to run the margin at 29-24. 4:49 to go in the half. Timeout Coppin State. We're back in 30 seconds on the Coppin State Sports Network. At the break, Hampton leads Norfolk State 36-31. That's one of those five-way tie games with two of the five that are tied.
Yeah, and with it being the last game of the season, the geography is really factored into the schedule. So you have a lot of rivalry games or a lot of teams that are in very close proximity to one another.
Head of the key, Davis around the Simpson screen, kicks it out left side. Auslander feeds it backdoor for Simpson. It's off his body and out of bounds. By the way, the lunar landing was simpler than figuring out the five-way tiebreakers. I could be wrong.
Once the MEAC office sent the memo that they were going to announce seedings at approximately 11 o'clock tonight after, I just said, okay, I'll just wait.
It may take longer. Top side left to Cole, coming to his right. Kick out right corner. A three ball is on the way. It's good for Foster. 32-24 Howard now by 8. As after Coppin tied it at 24, Howard's responded with 8 unanswered points. Davis turns right, tried to hook it up with the right hand. Rim, it trickled off. Simpson tapped it up to the rim, no good. Cousins the rebound, runs it out in front to Cole. Far block Jones, got two defenders off their feet, scores off the glass. All 5 Howard starters now have scored. The margin is now 10 at 34-24.
That was quick, wasn't it?
5 straight possessions. Auslander top side of the right to Davis. Hesitation dribble, left of the lane, got to the doorstep, a lot of contact, no call. Simpson tried to knock it free. Instead, it's going to be Foster over the top to Cole. Lob at the rim, and the punch down came rimming off out of the hand of Williams. The other way goes Karan Davis. He scores with the right hand. 34-26, the margin back down to 8, 3:10 to go in the half. Foster's got it. Out between the rings. Hands it back to Cole. Cole thought about a step back three. Simpson and Auslander collide. Cole's three won't drop. Auslander the rebound.
Probably pretty good that he missed that because may have been a Sports Center moment.
Davis head of the key. Coming to his left. Line to the lane. Bounced it off. Intended for Morgan. Taken out of bounds by Foster. 2:39 to go in the first half. It's now Howard 34, Coppin 26. Back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Well, we just saw the replay, courtesy of Corey and Mr. Bob on the video feed on CoppinStateSports.com. You can still see the young guys over there. Thankfully, R.J. Cole did not knock down that three because a little friendly fire, two guys taking each other out. Didn't look good.
Yeah, no, it didn't look good at all, and those are the moments that bring people to their feet with laughter at times. It very possibly could have been on Sports Center.
For the wrong reason.
For the very wrong reasons.
16 to shoot, 2:39 to go in the half. Davis from the baseline. Looks to inbound. Trey Thomas is checked back in along with Chad Andrews-Fulton. Far side left corner catch got fumbled away by Morgan. Cole on a run back. Gave it up to Williams. He wants another three. It's good again. The sophomore from Richmond with 14. Makes it 37-26. Howard by 11, 2:20 to go in the half. Thomas on the catch, right side behind the arc. Hands it off to Andrews Fulton. Coming right to the screen is Thomas. Bounce it weak side left to the corner to Davis. Davis fires it off. Andrews Fulton, far block, 9 to shoot. Backs it out with a right-hand bounce. Now to Davis. Step back 3 out of the left corner. Rim it off. 4 blue jerseys went to the glass.
Certainly did. I'm not sure that was the shot that Coach Dixon wanted.
Cole in a jump circle, approaching head of the key. Far side right feed. Williams wants a fadeaway 20-footer. Rim it off. Rebound to Coppin State. 1:40 to go in the half. Trey Thomas on the run back. Left of the lane. Hesitation to his right. Fights it up and scores. Trey Thomas. 37-28. Howard by 9. In between the rings. Knocked away by Cole. And they say it's over and back on Cole. It was not deflected. Pardon the incorrect statement. We have a bit of a wall in front of us at times.
We need to do something about that Coppin State head coach.
Yeah, there's a coach's box.
He's a season ticket holder, but can he sit down sometime?
Yeah, there's a coach's box, and he's not in it. Back of the rim, no good on that deep 3 up the left wing for Coppin State. Right to left comes Cole. As we close in on a minute to go, the over-the-top feed for Jones went right through his hands and out of bounds.
You look at Howard has 30. They've scored 37 points, and 2 players have scored 28 of the 37.
Yeah, it's Cole with 14, Williams with 14. That's easy math.
Yeah.
Under a minute to go, first half. 37-28. Howard by 9. Andrews Fulton hands it off now to Karan Davis. Goes right to the lane. Give it back to Chad. And he'll thunder it home with 2 hands.
Great 2-man basketball.
37-30 Howard. 40 seconds to go. The rock is in the hands of R.J. Cole. He's in the jump circle. Howard most likely will take this down under 5 seconds to shoot. Shot clock to 15 as we speak. Drummond hedges out on him between the rings. Cole on the bounce, near side left. Foster on the skip to the doorstep, rim and off on the attempt by Cousins. Shot clock's off, game clock to 15. Davis on the bounce across the time stripe, he's there with 10. 9, defended by Cole with 8. Down to 7, around the Chad Andrews Fulton screen. Kick out left corner, Drummond wants a 3. Yes! Taquan Drummond with 3. Give him 10 and a half. And that's going to make it a 37-33 Howard halftime lead.
Great execution of what Coach Dixon wanted to draw up for the last shot. It's perfect.
So at the break, Howard leads Coppin 37-33. We're back with the sounds of the first half after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Courts out at the half here at the PEC at Coppin State University. Howard has a 37-33 lead on Coppin State. Both teams have had nice margins in this opening half. Howard's had a double-digit lead. Coppin's had a single-digit lead. Both teams playing very well here in the opening half. A 37-33 halftime lead for Howard. So here's what we have as an unofficial first look at the 2018 MEAC Women's Basketball Tournament. Again, unofficial until the conference releases it before midnight tonight. Your number 1 seed would be North Carolina A&T. They await the 8-9 winner of North Carolina Central and South Carolina State. That's the top half of the bracket. The 5-12 game would be Howard as a 5 seed, Florida A&M is a 12. The bottom half of the top side of the bracket, Norfolk State is a 4, takes on number 13, Savannah State. Again, unofficial until the conference releases it later tonight. There may be changes, but this is the best information we have at this point. Bottom half of the bracket, the 2 seed is Bethune-Cookman. They would await the winner of the 7-10 game, which is UMES at the 7 seed, Dell State is the 10 seed. 6-11 game is Monday at 4 o'clock. 6 seed is Morgan, 11 seed is Coppin. And then the winner will take on the number 3 seed, Hampton, on Thursday at noon. So there's the first unofficial look of the 2018 MEAC Women's Basketball Tournament, as we are joined by assistant coach Phil Gaetano. I have a feeling you knew who R.J. Cole was coming in, along with Mr. Williams, and they have lived up to the pregame billing.
Yeah, no, both of those guys are good. They're really good players. They're going to get their baskets. We got to make them work for it. I thought as the half went on, we did a good job. They started off the first 10 minutes really well, and we picked it up on them. We got to rebound the ball, and we got to get back in transition. Those were the 2 bigger problems.
Foul situation, knock on wood. It's pretty solid both ways.
Yeah, it was good. It was a clean played first half. A little more offense probably for them than we would have liked, but we made a good run there at the end of the half, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Appreciate the time as always, my friend. Good luck in the second half. Thanks. There it is. Assistant coach Phil Gaetano. He is always dapperly dressed.
Well, the bar is high for those guys. Coach Dixon, who is a fashion guy, so you're going to see his staff trying to keep up. I don't even try to keep up with those guys. It's a whole nother. The youth movement. I don't mess with them.
I'm just lucky to have a coat.
Okay, there you go. A coat and a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm not accustomed to the coat and tie game, but we'll try.
Yeah.
Speaking of trying, we'll try the second half on for size after a 2-minute timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Backcourt's out at the PEC. Todd Barley alongside the athletic director here at Coppin State, Derek Carter. Again, unofficially, Coppin will be the 11 seed taking on Morgan in the 6-11 game Monday at 4 o'clock. We're on the air in the neighborhood of 3:45 on Monday from the Scope in Norfolk.
Now, again, that's women's basketball.
Yes. The men, yet to find out.
To be determined.
2 halftime scores in men's action currently going on. It is Hampton leading Norfolk State 36-31, and A&T leads Central 27-26.
Some pretty nice matchups on the final night of MEAC basketball.
Yeah, no implications in either one of those games.
Not at all.
That is basically 4 of the top 6. In between the rings now, Cole and Howard going left to right on radio, opposite on TV. Cole with it top side right, 18 to shoot, coming back to his left. Hands it off to Williams. Ball screen handoff, comes back to Jones, 10 to shoot. Right side Cole with a fadeaway 3, rimming off. What a rebound and follow by Williams. The tap follow is good, give him 16.
Two-man basketball, unintended. That was a great rebound by Mr. Williams.
I think he lost his cape on the left wing behind the arc. Right side, Morgan, a corner 3, rimming off, tapped out, and last touch by Coppin State. So 48 seconds into the second half, it's 39-33, Howard by 6. Last lead for Coppin was 17-16. They did tie the game at 24. Turnaround by Williams, across the iron, no good. Karan Davis the rebound, looking for an outlet. Up the floor he comes. Into the floor court, skips it left side. Morgan going baseline left, got to the doorstep, reverse right-hander, rim, front iron, no good. Andrews Fulton battling 4 trees for the rebound, came up empty. Cole lobs it inside. It was intended for Cousins, picked off. Morgan on the run out, scoop with the right hand and scores. Morgan with 8, 39-35, Howard by 4. Cole with the handle, coming to his left. Little hesitation dribble, skips it near side of the right. Corner catch for Williams. Top side right to Lewis, feeds it inside, rimming off for Cousins. Rebound to Council. Now for Davis into the forecourt. Bounce it off for Council, right past him and out of bounds.
That was a tough play. You know, defensively, there was a time in basketball when people ran a box and 1 and triangle and 2. You know, 2 players are carrying Howard right now.
Cousins checks out. Kyle Foster's back in. The 6'5 freshman had a 3-ball in the opening half. Cole across the time stripe into the forecourt, defended by Drummond. Top side left out of Jones. Jones on the bounce, far side left. Into the hands of Foster. Foster head of the key. Top side of the right now to Cole. Cole looking. Draws the double team, kicks it right corner, 15-footer, rimming off. It's tapped all the way back out to the top. It never hit the rim. Shot clock down to 5. What a feed. Cole to Lewis, and he scores.
Another situation where an offensive rebound allowed Howard to get an easy basket.
Makes it 41-35, Howard. Tipped away by Williams into the backcourt. Drummond picks it back up. Lob it off to Andrews Fulton at the elbow. Facing up on Lewis. Fires, rimming off. Rebound to Jones. Hands it off to Cole. Cole on the run out. Swings it near side of the right to Williams. Williams a step in 3 off the right wing. It rattles home. It's good. Williams with 19. The lead balloons to 9 at 44-35. Davis into the forecourt. Now approaching head of the key. Coming left of the screen, line to the lane, bouncing off the Council, and he rams it home with 2 hands. (44-37), Howard by 7, closing in on 16.5 to go. Cole with it. Left side kick out, a 3-ball on the way, rim it off for Foster. Offensive rebound to Lewis, throws it up, count it, and a foul. Lewis now with 6. The foul's on Said. That's his third.
Cole and Williams draw so much attention that some of these rebounds are because of the attention they've drawn, and the ball is falling in Howard's lap.
10-point gap at 47-37, 16-25 and counting, second half. Davis in the jump circle. Coming head of the key, coming right of the Andrews Fulton screen, coming back to his left, pulls up just inside the free throw line, lift the rim and off. Council offensive rebound, turns right, throws it up and scores. And I mean throws it up.
Throws it up.
47-39. Not quite a half hook, but it went. Lewis on the catch just inside the arc, launches the jumper, rim and off. Rebound Andrews Fulton. Up the right side now to Drummond. Drummond without numbers finds Andrews Fulton in the lane. That's going to be an offensive foul.
No.
Lewis was not planted.
Not at all.
Andrews Fulton picks up his third. It comes with 15:47 to go. Cousins is coming to get Lewis. Howard's got an 8-point lead on Coppin State, 47-39. We're back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. $15:47 to go. It is Howard leading Coppin 47-39. Todd Bartley alongside Derek Carter here at the PEC in Baltimore. Corey's alongside Mr. Bob High atop the PEC, giving us all the great looks on CoppinStateSports.com and the live video feed in our home finale for women's and men's basketball here at Coppin State. The women fell earlier tonight, 87-69, and they'll enter play as an 11 seed taking on Morgan. I think we just had that game on Monday across town.
I think so. Todd, look at the offensive rebound margin. That says it all, doesn't it?
Williams right side wants a three. It's good. He's got 22. 50-39, Howard. Yeah, when Howard's got 12 offensive rebounds, 18-3 on the defensive end, that'll do a number. Last touched by Howard out of bounds. 16 to shoot for the Eagles.
The rebounding margin says it all thus far.
Davis on the inbound. Council left of the lane. Coming to his right. Crossover dribble on Lewis. Got to the doorstep and got fouled. Nice crossover for the big guy.
Very nice crossover.
R.J. Cole with his second. Now, there was a conversation on the charge call on Andrews Fulton between Coach Dixon and one of the officials. Council puts it on the way and good.
Officiating crews is very strategic in what they do. The gentleman who makes the call, reports it to the scorer's table, then he gets away. And the rotation creates a situation in which the coach then has to find the nearest official, but it's not the guy who made the call.
Split pair free throws makes it 50-40 Howard, 5 minutes into the second half. Pull up on the right side, Williams, rim, and it rattles home. Mr. Williams has 24 in tonight's game. Davis, uncontested, right to the rim, and he scores. Deron Davis now with 12. 50-42 Howard.
We'll take those all day, an easy layup.
And Cole, as he entered the forecourt, we get a whistle and an off-the-ball foul. Drummond with his second. Baseline inbound for Williams as Council and Lewis are becoming Facebook friends on the exchange. Right corner, Cole wants a three, rimming off. Rebound, Drummond.
Nice rebound by Drummond.
Over the top, Oslander just inside the arc. Curls right of the lane. Bounce it out weak side of the right. Last touch by Howard with 22 to shoot. Now between the rings, Drummond hands it off. Now for Davis, head of the key, three, rimming off. Loose ball picked up by Cousins, far side left. So now left to right, Cole's got the handle. Pulls up on the left side and drains another jumper. Cole now with 16. That's his first field goal in the second half. Makes it a 54-42. Howard lead. Pull up by Karan Davis is good. Give him 14. 54-44 Howard. Cole with it, shovels it down right side to Lewis. Kicks it back out left side. Glass no good, and a three ball by Foster.
There's no question with Howard. There's only two guys who are going to hurt you.
Davis coming to his left, got to the lane, fights it up and scores with a teardrop right hand. 54-46. 13-10 to go. Williams with it between the rings now to Cole. Bounce it off high right now to Lewis. Lewis turns back to his left. Ball screen handoff now back to Cole. Cole at the free throw line. Lobs it down for Lewis. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Lamar Morgan with 10 to shoot.
Lamar Morgan was trying to sneak a call in his favor. 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Foster from the baseline to inbound. Looking. Lob to the top. Cole on the catch. 8 to shoot. Oslander defends Cole. 5 to shoot. Cole ducked the shoulder in and got called for the offensive foul. That's his third. It comes at 12:48 to go. 54-46 Howard leading Coppin. Substitution. Mingo's back to replace R.J. Cole. Off the inbound, it comes to Karan Davis. Davis into the forecourt around the Morgan screen. Davis going right to the lane, draws contact, right to the rim, no good, but a whistle on a foul. Mingo claims it's on himself, and the official obliges. It's his first.
Davis is more or less putting the team on his back right now.
So Karan at the free throw line, puts it on the way and good. Give him 17. 54-47 Howard. Second attempt on the way, rim and good. 54-48, Karan Davis with 18. Mingo top side right. Bounce it off head of the key. Now for Jones facing up. Looks left for Williams, now comes to his right. A ball screen handoff back to Foster, 15 to shoot. Foster coming left to the Cousins screen, defended by Oslander. Turns left, dumped it off for Cousins, picks it up with 7 to shoot. Goes right, kicks it out right corner to Foster. He came up empty, 2 to shoot. Jones kicks it back out. Foster got the 3 away, rim it rattled off. Drummond the rebound, nearly lost the handle. Gave it up to Karan Davis. Davis on the run back. Line, lane, and we're going the other way on a legal screen. Council with his fourth. It brings us to the under 12 media timeout at 11:56 to go. It's Howard 54, Coppin 48. Back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Karan Davis is approaching some rare air. 18 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. With 11:56 to go, kid's got a chance.
It's a possibility.
And DC, the way he's playing right now, facilitating this offense, 2-possession margin at 54-48. Howard with the lead. This is a critical, just under 4-minute stretch, getting to the 8-minute mark.
Great performance thus far on senior night for him. And like I said, he's been through it before. When you have a double single night, you're expected to perform pretty well because you've been here before.
Mingo with it, top side right, 20 to shoot. Kicks it out right corner to Williams. Williams pulls up from 15, right of the rim, no good. Rebound Oslander, gave it back to Davis. Chad Andrews Fulton replaced Said in the lineup at the media timeout. Karan uses the screen from Chad Andrews Fulton, gave it up to Oslander, swings it back top side of the right. Brownlee wants a three. It's on the way, rimming off. Rebound to Foster. Nobody home again on that rebound.
Not at all. Not at all.
Mingo's got it top side right. Howard's out-rebounding Coppin right now, 34-20. Head of the key now, Foster. Top side of the right, Mingo. Bounce it off to the doorstep. A block for Morgan on the attempt by Cousins, and then a loose ball foul called on Coppin State as Mingo had trouble coming up with it, and Oslander picks up the foul, his first.
Tough foul. The shot clock had gone down to 6 seconds.
Instead of a foul, check that it is his first foul. Shot clock's at 18 and counting. Under 11 minutes to go. Mingo with it, head of the key. Bouncing off to the right. Lamar Morgan on the steal. Foster coming back in transition. Fouled him, and Lamar finished. Makes it 54-50 with a free throw coming.
Notice the substitution by Howard.
Lewis and Cole immediately check in. Mingo will take a seat, along with Jalen Jones.
You know, they say everyone has a twin. Well, if you look at Foster, you're looking at a young man who plays for the University of Oklahoma. Identical.
Rimming off the Morgan free throw attempt, keeping a 54-50 Howard lead.
He just doesn't shoot the threes like the young man Trey from Oklahoma.
Cole with it, head of the key, top side of the right. Head of the key. Cole faces, fires, rim, and off. Rebound, Karan Davis. Davis on the run back. Head of the key, trying to use the Andrews Fulton screen, coming left. Draws a double team, now backs it out. Davis, step right three is on the way. Good again, Karan Davis. Give him 21 on the night. And Coppin within one at 54-53. Nearly halfway through the second half. Williams on the bounce, reversing off down to Lewis, head of the key. Hands it back to his left, now for Foster. Back between the rings, Williams. Near side right to Cole. Draws a double team and has to back it out. Picked up the bounce. Hands it off to his left, now to Lewis. Give it back to Cole. Penetration around the lane, knocked free by Andrews Fulton. 5 to shoot. Lewis down to the doorstep, intended for Cole. Picked off by Karan Davis, who had it knocked free, and then a foul call in transition whistled on Williams. Now, how about R.J. Cole, DC? He just stopped.
He did.
I don't know if it was out of frustration that he didn't get a foul call, but he got to that baseline and just gave up.
Well, the defensive intensity by Coppin State has picked up, and I think he got a little frustrated.
Brownlee on the bounce down to Davis. Coppin down one at 54-53, 9:44 to go. Andrews Fulton catches right elbow. Now faces up on Lewis. Looking. Ball screen handoff back to Davis. Gives it up to Lamar Morgan. He wants a three. Rim, glass, and off. Rebound Cole. Got a great look. It didn't drop. Cole head of the key. Hesitation. Line to the lane. Trying to fight it up with the right hand. And who's the foul on? Andrews Fulton or Morgan? Neither. Oslander. Okay. That's his second.
I think they got Oslander on the floor, or not necessarily on the floor, but earlier before the other gentleman fouled him.
So R.J. Cole at the free throw line puts the front end on the way. Rim glass good.
I'm telling you, I cannot wait for the matchup of R.J. Cole and DeJuan Clayton for the next 3 years in the MEAC. Same height, same size, lefties.
Cole got them both, make it 56-53. As you're talking to the computer that does the scheduling, you want to bookend it? Conference opener, conference finisher?
Well, you know what? I do hope that we get Howard twice next year.
Brownlee wants a three. Rim
nice
over the
touch.
front iron and good.
Nice soft rims in the PEC this evening.
DC, that deadlocks us at 56 with 9 minutes to go. Cole, top side right, defended by Oslander. Lob it off for Lewis. Lewis with his back to the basket, trying to turn on Chad Andrews-Fulton. Goes right to the lane, right to the doorstep, scores with the right hand. Lewis now with 9. Howard back on top, 58-56. Closing in on 8.5 to go. Davis in the jump circle, approaching head of the key. Bouncing off to Andrews-Fulton, top side right. Morgan on the catch head of the key. 17 to shoot. Morgan hands it off to Brownlee at the free throw line. Defended by Cole. Took him off the bounce to the doorstep. Swatted away by Cousins. Lewis on the outlet now for Cole. Cole lost the handle. Loose ball on the floor, now tied up, and it's coming back to Coppin. And Cole rolled an ankle. He is grabbing the left ankle. He is very slow getting back to his feet and is favoring the left leg. $8:14 to go, second half. It's going to be Brownlee on the inbound now for Davis. So let's see how R.J. Cole's ankle holds up in his final 8 minutes. Morgan now right side to Davis. Davis to the free throw line. Spins back to his right. Got caught in traffic. Turns around. Dumps it to Chad Andrews-Fulton, who scores. Chad's got 4. Tied again at 58. Williams hands it off to Cole. Far side left. Foster on the catch. Cole wants a step back 3. Rim halfway down and out. Brownlee the rebound. Lucien on the run back to the head of the key. Finds Davis left of the lane. Hesitation to his right. Got to the lane. Bounce it off weak side right. Oslander at 3 for the lead. Back of the rim, no good. And we got a loose ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Foster.
Wow, what a look. What a look.
7:25 to go in the regular season finale for Howard and Coppin. Deadlocked at 58 on the Coppin State Sports Network. $7:25 to go. Howard and Coppin deadlocked at 58. Tom Barley alongside Coppin State Athletic Director Derek Carter. You don't want the finale any other way. Deadlocked at 58, 7:25 to go. Full complement of timeouts both ways.
Seems like it's a deja vu moment for us. We've been most of the games this year.
All but one or two.
Yeah, have been very, very tightly contested and going down to the final minutes. This is a great game, watching two great players for Howard and watching
Davis to Morgan out of the corner for three. Hit the side of the window. No. Andrews Fulton scoops and scores with the right hand.
Play. I was going to say, watching our guys collectively try to compete with these two great players for Howard.
60-58. Coppin back on top. 7:10 to go on just a third lead change in this game. Cousins with it, head of the key. Top side of the right to Williams. Williams holding, 13 to shoot. Under 7 minutes to go. Hands it up to Cole. Right side Williams wants that three again and got it. He's got 27. 61-60. Howard back on top. 6:45 to go. Karan Davis into the jump circle. Swings it high right now to Morgan. Now to Davis. Davis between the rings, coming to his left. Swings it back right side out to Oslander. Oslander on the bounce. Gave it up to Davis between the rings. Davis coming right to the screen from Andrews Fulton. Stops at the left elbow. Dumps it off to Morgan. Got two defenders off their feet. Scoop and score with the right hand. He's got 12. Coppin back on top at 62-61.
It was nice to see we handled the adjustment, how it came into the 2-3 zone, and we were able to execute and handle that.
Williams with it between the rings. Top side right. Feeds it off to Lewis. Left side kick out. It goes to Foster. Foster reversed it off now. Into the hands of Lewis. 9 to shoot. Williams on the reversal, head of the key. Catches and fires from 3. Rebound to Lewis. Skip pass, top side left to Cole. Cole in the catch. Line to the lane. Tried to scoop it up. Had it blocked by Andrews Fulton. Lamar Morgan on the run out in front of everybody. Rises and punches it down with two hands.
Morgan had time to get his steps right.
64-61. Coppin by 3 to the delight of Juan Dixon. Head of the key now, Lewis. Lewis holding high. Now near side of the right to Williams. Far side left now to Foster. Foster looking, defended by Morgan. Shovels it off to Lewis. He walked. Pinballed around to the doorstep. Last touched by Howard. And out of bounds. Here comes Jones back in for the Bison. Drummond inbound for the Eagles. Lewis will take a seat. With 5:12 to go, Coppin leads Howard 64-61. Here comes Karan Davis into the forecourt. Puts it behind his back. Comes left of the lane. Pull up at the free throw line. And it was deflected, I thought, out of bounds.
I think they got
Indeed.
it. Yeah.
Far side official saw the deflection with 15 to shoot. Davis from the baseline to inbound. Looking. Lobs it in, Andrews Fulton. That's a tough catch. Ball screen handoff back to Davis. A three out of the corner is on the way, rimming off. Andrews Fulton knocks it free. Tried to save it in. It's picked up now by Brownlee. Head of the key, three is on the way. Front of the rim, no good. Andrews Fulton, the rebound, now backs it out. With 4:44 to go.
Nice to see Coppin get the benefit of some long rebounds and allow you to get the offensive board so you can start the shot clock over.
Drummond, top side left to Davis. Davis coming right to left of the lane, bouncing off to Andrews Fulton, and it's going to be a offensive foul.
Yeah.
That's his fourth. It comes at 4:26 to go. Morgan heading back to the scorer's table.
That's a tough catch for Fulton because what he has to do is catch, stop, and just go up for the three-footer.
He's asking that very same question of the official. 64-61 Coppin leading Howard. 4:20 to go. Cole on a ball screen handoff catch, launches for three, and got it to tie the game at 64. Cole now with 21. Davis coming right to left across the time stripe into the forecourt. Next dead ball is the under 4 media timeout. Davis on the bounce, top side left. Has Morgan trying to set a screen. Davis kicking out left corner. Three ball for Taquan Drummond, comes rimming off. Rebound now for Foster, hands it off to Cole. That ankle seems to be doing just fine. Cole at the left elbow, dumps it off weak side of the right. Rim good and a foul on the strong take to the right by Cousins. Give him 4 with a free throw coming. On the other side of a timeout, Howard has now retaken the lead at 66-64. We're back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. .342 to go in regulation. Howard leads Coppin 66-64. Todd Bradley with Derek Carter here courtside at the PEC, closing out the regular season here in the MEAC before everybody heads to Scope in Norfolk. Monday for the women, and it appears Tuesday for the men. However, we have to wait and see with the MEAC official bracket coming out just prior to midnight tonight. At least that's the word that we're getting from the league office. Karan Davis now 21 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds.
It's right there. The triple-double is right there. That would be an outstanding final game for Karan Davis, but I believe he would take the victory rather than the triple-double.
So now line to the right, Cousins trying to complete the three-point play. It's on the way, good. Cousins now with 5. 67-64, Howard by 3, 3:40 to go. Oslander across the time stripe, bounce it off high right to Davis. Davis backs it out with 18 to shoot. To the head of the key, 15 to shoot. Coming right to the Andrews Fulton screen. He's playing with 4 fouls. Karan off the bounce, got to the doorstep. Glass rim, no good. And the rebound comes down to Foster. Karan thought he was fouled. 3:15 to go. Cole with the handle, top side left, coming around the Cousins screen. In between the rings, defended by Oslander. Cole, penetration, line to the lane, floats it up, rim and off. Got his own miss back, fights it up again and scores. Cole with 23, Howard by 5 at 69-64, and Howard takes a timeout. We're back after a 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Three minutes to go in regulation. It's now Howard 69, Coppin 64. Coppin had a lead of 60-58. And since then, 11-4 Howard.
That's been the trend. It's been a game of runs.
And you want to have the last
run. Sure.
Both teams could finish the night at 6-10. That would be a Coppin win for that scenario to play itself out.
And 6-10 gets the tiebreaker over Howard. So
let's see how the final less than 3 minutes play out. Brownlee, topside right, Andrews Fulton, line to the lane, goes strong with the left hand, hit the window, no good. Here comes Cole on a run back. Weaves his way between the rings, and he'll look to take some time off this clock. Draws a double team, skips it near side of the right. 3 ball is on the way, good off this right wing for Foster. Give him 6, 72-64 Howard. Under 2.5 to go. Davis now to Andrews Fulton. Gives it up to Oslander. Oslander head of the key. Swings it right side now to Davis. Step back 3 is on the way. Good. Karan Davis. Give him 24, which is a new career high. 72-67. Coppin within 5 as we approach 2 minutes to go.
And Coach Dixon just said the key. Get a stop.
Cole, I think he traveled, or is it 3 seconds in the lane and did he travel? He tried that Euro step going to his left to come back to his right, and he traveled. Davis off the inbound now to Brownlee. Juan Dixon said, give the ball to Karan. Feeds it again, right elbow, Andrews Fulton. Looks at Oslander, head of the key. Andrews Fulton takes a couple of dribbles, hands it back to Davis. Thought about an on-the-bounce 3. Head of the key, 3 is on the way. Good again, Karan Davis with 27. 72-70. Howard, 95 seconds to go.
Mr. Davis is really feeling it tonight. He's going to have to continue this down the stretch. It's going to come down to the Davis-Cole show here.
Cole with 15 to shoot is defended by Oslander, head of the key. Out near the jump circle now. Cole turns left. Swings it left corner. Cousins back head of the key to Williams. Step-in jumper, that's good. Williams now with 29. 74-70 Howard. 75 seconds to go. Back after a 30-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. .75 seconds to go in regulation. It's now Howard 74, Coppin State 70, and DC. Fouls to give for Howard if they get into that particular situation.
Howard has 5 fouls at the moment, so you're exactly right. They have a little margin of error there.
Coppin at 18 fouls, so the next 2 puts Howard double bonus time. Andrews Fulton after a bounce. Tries a ball screen, hand off to Morgan. Curls in the lane, scoops the left hand, rimming off. Andrews Fulton trying to knock it free. Jones the rebound under a minute to go. Now for Cole. Cole to the jump circle, now to the forecourt. He literally is one shoe into the forecourt. 15 to shoot. Cole with 10. On the bounce, calling for a screen from Cousins. Coming left of it. Line, lane, scoop, and score. R.J. Cole with 25. 76-70. Howard by 6. Davis, step left 3 is on the way. Back of the rim. No. Andrews Fulton battle for the rebound. Cousins.
Got a foul now.
Tap it to Jones. Now to Cole, and Morgan fouls him. That's Lamar Morgan's first. It comes at 20.6 to go. Shot clock turned off at 20.6 to go. Cole steps in, line to the right. First one's on the way, lift the rim and off. Rebound to Coppin State. Karan Davis on the run out. Runs right in the lane, draws contact, and will have, I believe, free throws coming as he was in the act of shooting, I believe.
No, he'll get the 2 free throws.
He's pointing out of bounds.
Oh, he said he was on the floor.
That foul's on Foster. It's his second. 14.9 to go regulation. Davis finds Oslander right of the lane, turned it over. Picked up by Foster, and then Davis fouls him. Karan with his second. It comes at 11.2 to go. I believe that's the 10th team foul. It is. It now sends Howard into the double bonus. Foster at the free throw line. First of two on the way. Good. He's got 7 off the Howard bench. Makes it 75-70. Excuse me, 77-70. Second one's on the way. Good again. Foster now with 8. 78-70, Howard. Davis into the forecourt, hesitation dribble, got to the doorstep, fights it up, rim, it trickled off, got his own miss back, and got fouled.
Did he get a rebound on that?
Cole with his 4th. He did. It's going to be close. And with half a second to go, Karan Davis will step to the free throw line, trailing 78-70. And on a night he's had 27 points, a new career high, it wouldn't drop for him.
Yeah.
Jones checks out, Mingo's back on. Second Davis free throw attempt. On the way, good. Davis will close the night with 28. Howard inbounds, and that'll do it. Final score for the first time, it is Howard defeating Coppin State 78-71. And we talked about the closeout run. Howard trailed 62-61 and then went on a 17-9 run to win 78-71.
Yeah, Howard did. I mean, Howard, 2 players kind of dominated for us, for Howard.
So Davis has a career high of 28 points, 9 assists is a career high. He'll finish with 8 rebounds. So that's an assist and a rebound shy of a triple-double. Not a bad senior night for Karan Davis.
Not at all, not at all. But as I stated, I'm pretty certain he would have traded all of that for the win.
And we're going to be visiting with Karan Davis here in the post-game show. First of all, thank you for taking the time on your senior night, second senior night. It didn't finish the way you wanted to, but obviously you gave it everything you had with the 28 points. You finished with 9 assists and 8 rebounds.
Yeah. I just wanted to come out here and give it my all. I knew it was my last home game for my college career, so I just wanted to come out and, play hard. But, unfortunately we didn't get the win, so I'm not too happy.
That said, regular season's over. So now the third season begins. It's the MEAC tournament. It begins Monday or Tuesday, depending upon the bracket. You have to be excited now after all the emotions of senior night go away. You're in that tournament. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we've been pondering on the third season. What we really wanted to do when we started playing or started practicing. We wanted to. We were really focusing on this conference tournament. So right now that is here. We just want to focus and, go into the tournament and try to play our best basketball this season yet.
Appreciate the time, and congratulations on an outstanding senior night, even though it did not go the way that we wanted for Coppin State.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good game.
Karan Davis, Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game tonight, nearly a triple-double as he closes out his home career. But, DC, I think work to be done in Norfolk for Coppin State as they enter the tournament at 5-11 as their final conference record. Howard improves to 7-9 with the conference record as well.
Certainly. There's been a few examples of just not really closing out games and not making that last run that you need to have in order to win these conference games. Conference games are very tough, and we've seen, again, numerous times that we're in the game, but when it comes to closing out the game, can't really figure out how to do it. So a lot of lessons need to be learned, and you know, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Indeed. On TV, we're going to send it out. Thank you so much for watching all season long. Thanks to Corey. Thanks to Bob all year long. Great job on CompenSateSports.com and the live TV feed on radio. We're back in 2 minutes on the postgame show here on the Coppin State Sports Network.